Just sit right back and you'll hear a tale of a once great state that started so many decades ago and now is run by hate. You guessed correctly. This is Joe Biden's island, and he's definitely not the skipper. Let me explain. You know the tale of a ship lost at sea. But for us, it's not so much lost, but really it's the cargo ships just bobbing out there, sitting in the queue, waiting to be allowed in and unloaded. Thankfully, Joe Biden is so successful at his job that Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg just has to go out there and lie about everything.
Look, part of what's happening isn't just the supply side, it's the demand side. Demand is off the charts. Retail sales are through the roof. And if you think about those images of ships, for example, waiting at anchor on the West Coast, every one of those ships is full of record amounts of goods that Americans are buying because demand is up, because income is up, because the president has successfully guided this economy out of the teeth of a terrifying recession.
We'll address those lies moving forward, but just know that he is taking credit for all the goodness happening, which is awkward, but not as awkward as the fact that Buttigieg has been on paternity leave for 1 month, 2 months. Who knows, because he was gone and nobody seemed to notice. He and his husband adopted twins at the same time the ships stalled out. While he was gone using bottles, the supply chains were bottlenecking, and all of America has a collective poopy diaper and subsequent rash.
Now, look, even though I've been on paternity leave and I'm proud of it, obviously, given the nature of my job, when you take a job like mine, you understand and accept that you're going to have to be available 24/7, depending on what's going on, and you're going to have to engage, and I did.
Wrong. He's been gone doing nothing about this crisis, and he's proud of it. Which brings us to today's question. How have you been impacted by the supply chain issues? Make sure to comment below and then share this video, because at least then it will be able to get to the person it's intended for. We don't need any bottlenecking here. Back to PDB. The first thing Buttigieg did when he came back, seemingly this week, was get in front of the camera with his friendly media compadres.
Secretary Buttigieg, welcome back to Meet the Press.
Thanks for having me back.
He's a little rusty. Just give him a moment to get into the lying groove.
You're Secretary of Transportation, the ports, all of this is under your purview here. The big news you made was trying to establish a 24/7 operation now at as many of our nation's ports as possible. Well, let me ask you, this supply chain issue has been a problem for months. Why wait till this week to try that?
Ooh, call on me. I know.
Why weren't we at a 24/7 operation 9 months ago, 10 months ago, a year ago?
Well, I can't speak to a year ago before this administration was in office, but what I can tell you is that as soon as the president came in, he issued an executive order to, I think in February, to look at the supply chain from all angles.
Of course, it's Trump's fault. And I'm sure it's capitalism's fault and the fact that big government isn't allowed to take over.
But let's remember, these are private sector systems. This is a capitalist country. Nobody wants the federal government to own or operate the stores, the warehouses,
right,
the trucks, or the ships or the ports. Our role is to try to make sure we're supporting those businesses and those workers who do.
Buttigieg has been gone for a few months, so he's missed what his boss is being told to do. Take over every aspect of everything and screw everyone with their pants on. That's why Buttigieg can say that first lie I showed you. Let's refresh your memory.
Every one of those ships is full of record amounts of goods that Americans are buying because demand is up, because income is up, because the president has successfully guided this economy out of the teeth of a terrifying recession.
I'm sure you just had the same reaction I did.
Oh, come on!
It was also the reaction when I saw this clip from Biden still trying to make the $3.5 trillion Build Back Better plan a thing.
These bills, in my view, are literally about competitiveness versus complacency, about opportunity versus decay, and about leading the world or continue to let the world move by us. Folks, a lot of folks know what's at stake in the infrastructure bill. It's about rebuilding the arteries of our economy, putting people to work in good-paying jobs. The estimates from Wall Street would create up to 16 million new jobs over time. Good-paying jobs, union jobs, not $5 an hour, $7, $15, but $40, $50 an hour, prevailing wage.
It has not been those $5 an hour jobs for 25 years, but only us non-lifetime politicians would actually know that. We're the ones who have ever actually seen those numbers. Right, Joe?
I don't think we should punish anybody, but just pay your fair share.
It's poetic that Biden is standing in front of a bookshelf that has the books Hungry Hungry Caterpillar and Little Blue Truck Leads the Way. And there's a Dr. Seuss book, That Racist Man, according to Biden's favorite progressives. If you have kids, you know those books, and you can see the irony of what Biden is preaching. Never mind that inflation rose yet again to 5.4%, which is only 4% more than when Biden came into office. In August, a record 4.3 million people quit their jobs. Some because of the jab mandates, some because you can have your pick at jobs since so many people aren't working, which was caused by the following reason of why work when the government teat is flowing. What was also flowing was money out of my pocketbook as gas prices just keep on rising, but only if there is actual gasoline available, which is apparently not a given. You just saw all of that. It's so very clear that it's all Donald Trump's fault. But hey, the economy is going stellar thanks to Joe Biden. Am I doing that right? Please let me know if I'm not doing that right. And yes, that last slide was my very own photo from my local gas station. And yes, I do in fact drive one of those uber flashy and luxurious vehicles, as would be expected. It's one of those things they call a minivan, and you bet it's from 2014. I call her Goldie. But hey, we can't talk about such things. We're just all living here on Biden's island, but not like Epstein's island, but maybe it is.
Joe Biden couldn't keep his hands off Carter's wife, Stephanie. Stephanie Carter seemed frozen as Biden's grip seemed to last too long.
And Joe, who knows her, leaned forward and whispered some encouragement, telling her that she was doing great, that she looked wonderful.
Left. Will you shut up, man? Listen, who is on your list, Joe? Who's on your list?
Right. Gentlemen, I think
this is so unprecedented. He's going to pack the court.
Yeah, it is unpresidential. Joe lost his dinghy long ago and has been lost at sea for many years.
And what am I doing here? I'm going to lose track here.
Now, I think I've exhausted my theme here with Gilligan's Island. Maybe you want something a little bit more upbeat, a little bit more updated. How about this one?
And I say it with a passion as I pull off in the Aston. Don't nobody like us that time. Try to cover up and tell the people go Brandon. But we know what they saying though. You can hear the chant in every post. Don't nobody want this commie cause we not in China. Everybody hated Trump and now they out to catch a body. That's what they get for treating us like we in Squid Games. Green light mandate like he's insane. These times people waking up to everything. Go Brandon, but we all know what the saying means.
That's Loza Alexander, whose song Let's Go Brandon hit #1 on the iTunes hip hop chart, #1 on Amazon, and #1 basically everywhere. I only wonder why. And he hasn't even released the full record yet, so stay tuned for that.
Just thank God, son. Don't forget to thank God.
I can't thank God enough.
That's right.
I can't thank him enough. It's like how? It's like how? It's just like how? Like
exactly. How? Alexander's lyrics express the regret and frustration of many Americans at the poor performance of the Biden administration. But don't take my word for it. Biden's unpopularity just keeps climbing, or rather, his popularity just keeps sinking, like a ship, Titanic style. We are now at 52% of Americans disapproving of Biden, while an iceberg 37% approve, according to the latest Quinnipiac University poll. As you can see, people are rightfully abandoning ship. Women and children first, please, and I don't mean those who simply identify as such. I guess I shouldn't use abandoned ship because that's the whole issue. We can't have the products that are stuck on those ships abandon these ships thanks to these supply chain issues. See how it all works? Unlike the current transportation secretary? If you could show just a bit of work and share this video, I would very much appreciate it. Until next time, let's go Brandon, and stay healthy, America. Hey team, most of you know our shows have been censored by Facebook and YouTube for years, which makes it very hard to keep up with the cost of production.
But thanks to our Patriot Club members, we have not only been able to keep things going, but to add more programming. We're doing 18 new shows a week, 18.
In fact, we've got big plans in motion for our viewers, especially our Patriot Club members.
So please consider supporting our freedom-loving media by joining the Patriot Club this year. For a $99 tax-deductible donation, we will send you our 20-ounce stainless steel navy blue tumbler etched with the words American Patriot, standing atop the shoulders of a rather fit-looking George Washington.
And for $129 gift, we'll also include a 15-ounce stainless steel mug as a token of our appreciation. All you have to do is visit patriotclub.us and become a Patriot Club member today.
That's patriotclub.us. Thank you, and God bless.